Good morning, everybody, and this is the fourth day of the ArtStation Artscape workshops, half-term workshops, and today's activity is related to the artist Paul Klee. So Paul Klee was born in 1879 and was a hugely influential experimental artist, very interested in colour and line and experimenting this in very many different ways. He was a musician and a teacher, and he developed his own colour wheel, interested in understanding the whole colour theory through complementary and contrasting colours. One fun fact is he was ambidextrous. He would write with his right hand and paint with his left hand. So he's one of my favourite artists, and we're going to be doing a bookmark inspired by one of his paintings. And so I will move the camera to look at what's on the table today. You'll find the PDF on the ArtStation website if you want to know more, and a link to a very informative short film about him too. Thank you. Okay, so this is a copy of one of his paintings called Once Emerged from the Grey of Night. A very colourful picture, possibly in response to that kind of idea, how these letters and text are emerging from the paper and from the colours and the shapes on the page to how they're emerging from those. So I'm going to show you how to create a bookmark inspired by this painting and also a poster. So I've got some paper here where I've made a grid. Actually, I've made two grids. The first grid is 6 squares long. So I have measured along the length of an A4 piece of paper, along the long side, which is approximately 30 centimetres long. So I've marked out every 5 centimetres. So I get that 6 times. So if your name is got 4 letters or 6 letters, that's going to work beautifully. If it's got 4 letters, you've got space to have colours either end. So I'm going to just demonstrate a 4-letter name. I'll use my own, and the way you do that is you write the letter in capitals, almost filling the square. So I'm going to do it again. So I've got a nice big A here, like so, and then I'm just doing this a little bit darker. You can see that, pressing the pencil quite dark, so like so. So we've got a name, a letter in each of the squares, and we've got 2 spare squares at the end. If you wanted to do a longer name, I'm going to choose a 6-letter name like this. Again, each letter fits the square. I've made these squares slightly smaller. I've made them 4 centimetres. And then this is the last one. We've got a spare square at the end. You could, when you come to cut this, you could cut it at the end and not have that square there and that extra piece. That's entirely up to you. You could just do a poster with lots of all your family names on and not make a bookmark. It's entirely up to you, but this is just the method I'm choosing. So you'll notice that the letters in this painting sort of disappear and become just almost like just shapes. This is written in German. Paul Klee was a Swiss-German artist. So some of them just sort of disappear and turn into shapes in the square. So that's what we're sort of trying to have the effect of. So I've got a couple here that I've made before. So you can just about see the names appearing on there. But I'll just demonstrate to you now. So I'm just going to get my paints. I've got lots and lots of different colours as usual. I'm using watercolours again because they disperse nicely. I've got a nice range of colours here. So let's just get started. So I'm going to make some of the areas within the squares different colours, like so. So I'm going to choose that area to be yellow, right down, like so. And then I might choose another on the other A. I'm going to put the yellow on the outside, like this, like so. And then I'm going to choose a different colour. I've got a kind of very contrasting colour, so I'm going to go for a blue. When I say contrasting, I mean on the opposite side of the colour wheel. If we look at the colour wheel and the primary colour, the secondary colours, you'll notice that they are on the opposite side of each other. There you go. So there's blue. And then a sort of more complementary colour, what we call a complementary colour, and choose a green to go in here. Green, when I say complementary, it's closer on the wheel to the blue. And of course, blue and yellow makes green. So I'm going to use the green again. I might choose it on the outside of this L here, and then I might do pink here, filling in this square with the L. First L is like so. Like that. So as I say, Paul Klee was very influenced by many things creatively. One is particularly music, and many of his paintings are in response to particular pieces of music. He also taught at Bauhaus, which is a very influential German design school in the 1930s. And as I say, there's a lovely short film you can watch all about his life and all the things that influenced him on the website you can look at. So I'm just doing a range of colours here. I might do orange. I haven't got any orange in there. So it's really up to you how you do this. You can do lots of complementary colours or contrasting colours. Keeping in within the pencil lines that I've made. So there's the first letter. I'm going to colour in also the end pieces. The nice thing again, as I said before, with watercolours, you can get a really nice wash of colour, and it doesn't take too long to paint, and rather than using the colouring pencils or paints, acrylic paints. And we choose red at the end here, this end here. That's sort of pink, more pink than red. Here we go. Excellent. So that is the first name done. So I could carry on with the other one underneath, to say, and then you can cut them out and have them as nice big bookmarks like this. Or as I say, you could keep them all on the same page. I've got another one here where I've got a whole A4 sheet and I've marked it out again with some squares, 5 centimetres by 5 centimetres, and I've just written the words I love to draw. So you could have your own little slogan if you like. So I'm going to do the same principle with this one, where I'm going to colour in the letters. So I'm going to colour in the inside of the O, for example, like this. Nice, rich, what we call cadmium red. So nice big shape there. And then I'm going to do a green, a nice light green next. Oops. My paintbrush is a little bit dirty, that's okay. So if you look at the painting I was referring to, once immersed in the grey of night, the colours aren't painted perfectly, and they sort of merge into one another. So there we've got those. I'm just doing a kind of inside shapes at the moment. I think I might choose a sort of brick colour here. Slightly unusual. I'm going to do that down here. And then I'm going to go back and go around some of these. Start to fill that in. And blue. Like so. And maybe I'm going to do just a blue square here. I like this colour. I'm going to just fill in this square down here. I'm going to make all the squares a different colour as well. Just to do that relatively quickly. And with watercolour, if you keep putting your brush back into it, you get the colour slightly darker. Like so. And then I'm going to start adding some more colours. I'm going to put some orange over here, where the W is. And we'll just go right up to the line of the square, like that. Say, brings quite quickly, just to give you a good idea. Get the just put some yellow around this A. So obviously, if you've got a name with a lot more letters, your squares are going to be a lot smaller, or you could just use your initials or a nickname, shortened version of your name. It's up to you. So as I say, we start to then fill in these shapes. Fabulous. I'm going to just do this beautiful red up here. Like so. The letters start to sort of disappear, but when you've got the contrasting colours, say for example I put the yellow against this pink, and it really shows up the shape even more, whereas if you put a colour that's close to the pink, it would sort of disappear. I think when Klee was doing his experiments with his colour, he sort of played around with that. So we start to build up a nice picture inspired by Klee's approach to colour. Okay, I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to do, that one's a little bit similar to that one of mine. I will do a very different colour in the middle. It's slightly greener. Okay. Like so you can still see the letters there. So as I say, there's lots of names you can choose from. As I say, you could make one for a gift for a friend. As I said, the posters or the bookmark. So as I say, the PDF is on the Artescape ArtStation website, and yeah, feel free, if you've got any questions, let me know, send them in. I'd love to see your examples as well. If you could send them into the ArtStation, you'd be really pleased to see what you've all been making. I hope you've enjoyed today's session, and I will be doing another one tomorrow, which is a Mexican themed Day of the Dead heart symbol to celebrate Day of the Dead, which is on November the 2nd. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you then for the final workshop for the ArtStation half term. Okay, Bye for now.